All right, so back in court this week, the second big testimony that people or the teams are looking forward to going against is Dawn Richard. Now, Dawn Richard started to testify.
Previously, Dawn Richards.
Previously, Dawn Richards. There's an argument about how you say the last name. Richard, Dawn formerly of Danny D. Kane and of what was it, three persons group, Dirty Money.
I guess if you're feeling casual or formal. If you're feeling casual, it's Richard. If you're feeling formal, it's Richard.
I don't know, but Dawn is on that stand. She came on the stand after Cassie finished her testimony, and literally was there for maybe 20 minutes. And Diddy's team immediately started objecting to her testimony. Now, the reason why they are objecting is because they're trying to say not even trying. He literally said in court, Diddy's attorney, that everything Dawn is saying is a lie, and it makes no sense that they allow people who have these random stories of what allegedly happened physical violence wise to get on the stand because this isn't a domestic violence case. Now, the judge or the government is like, well, honestly, if we're talking about violence, it adds to count one. It adds to us being able to talk about the coercion and Diddy being able to basically allegedly like scare people into allowing him to do what he wanted to do. So
because they said one thing Dawn said is after she saw Diddy beat Cassie the next day,
he came in the room
and threatened her.
Yes. Yeah. So Dawn is testifying that exactly what she talked about in her civil suit, in addition to some other things that they were in a house in LA in 2009. Diddy beat Cassie because Cassie wasn't finished allegedly making his food on time, and the next day he came in the room to talk to her and her band member, and he basically told them, allegedly that he told them, don't say anything. What y'all saw up there was passion, and when people say stuff about things like this about me, they end up missing. That is what Dawn is alleging. So the government is like, this is definitely relevant because it'll show that, number one, he was conscious of guilt, conscious of what we're trying to prove is that he knows what he's doing, but he allegedly like makes people feel scared so that they will just continue to let him do what he wants to do. So today, Monday, people were wondering if Dawn is going to get back on the stand. The judge said when he dismissed Dawn, you can enjoy your weekend, but we will see you on Monday. And today they will have a conversation about what the scope of her testimony can be, how much she can go into and how it relates to the actual charges. But the judge, I'm going to tell you, he was upset. He was pissed off at Diddy's attorney because he was like, you've known that she was one of the witnesses all this time, and you knew what the scope of her testimony was going to be.
Right.
Yeah, why you didn't say something before? And Diddy's attorney was like, well, we can't say that we knew what she was going on the stand and get on the stand to say. So there was a back and forth about
that.
Be
the questions, though. It should be the questions. The prosecutor's answering the questions. She just can't get on the stand and just say whatever. She has to answer the questions coming from the prosecutor.
Yeah, but it's directed. Like, you ask certain questions because you want to get certain things from her. So Diddy's team is basically saying y'all are unfairly adding additional conversation about the violence and not about what we're actually here for. But they're saying the violence equals to what we're here for.
I understand that, but also she filed a civil suit, so they do know what she's going to probably say on the stand. Now,
and on the terms of the civil suit, the same day that she got on the stand, Diddy's team filed to have that civil suit thrown out. They filed the documents on Friday, and they pointed out a series of reasons that Dawn's lawsuit shouldn't go any further. They talk about statute of limitations, improper group pleas, and on and on. It's like really legalese, but basically, because of what I heard Diddy's attorney say in court, they just feel like everything she's saying is a lie, and that she's allegedly jumping on a bandwagon of like, everybody's piling on Diddy, so let me hop on the whole money conversation, like all that stuff. So
I always said Dawn and his ex-manager James Cruz would be the biggest people in that court, right? Because Cassie has a relationship with him, right? Cassie was allegedly part of a lot of the stuff that he was doing, but these two individuals weren't. So they are seeing from an eye's perspective because they weren't part of the, freak offs.
Yeah, I mean,
we know of.
But don't
an eye's perspective as opposed to what, a nose?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Cassie, that was her last day taking the stand. So she finished her testimony before Dawn, and they actually, her lawyer spoke out for her after court and talked about a couple things, how her husband felt and how she felt. So let's take a listen to her attorney on how Cassie felt finishing her testimony.
This week has been extremely challenging, but also remarkably empowering and healing for me. I hope that my testimony has given strength and a voice to other survivors and can help others who have suffered to speak up and also heal from abuse and fear. For me, the more I heal, the more I can remember. And the more I can remember, the more I will never forget. I am glad to put this chapter of my life to rest. As I turn to focus on the conclusion of my pregnancy, I ask for privacy for me and for my growing family.
Now, was she given immunity?
I don't know the answer to that 100%. There have been rumors that was a conversation, but I do not know. And then the attorney also spoke out for her husband, Alex Fine, too, because people wanted to know how he felt. Let's take a listen.
And then I have a statement from Alex Fine. Over the past 5 days, the world has gotten to witness the strength and bravery of my wife, freeing herself of her past. There has been speculation online surrounding how it must feel for me to sit there and listen to my wife's testimony. I have felt so many things sitting there. I have felt tremendous pride and overwhelming love for Cass. I have felt profound anger that she has been subjected to sitting in front of a person who tried to break her.
Now, all of this is happening, and Diddy's baby girls went to prom and had their last day of high school, and they looked amazing over the weekend. I just feel so bad for these girls because they are subjected to so much stuff that has nothing to do with them, and they're young. Like
their mom is not here, their daddy's locked up.
No, and they haven't been in court for the last couple of days, so people were creating stories about why they're not in court, and it's like they just trying to finish high school and go to prom.
I wouldn't want my children in court either after somebody said, I like to rub another man's semen on my nipples.
Yeah, that's something I wouldn't want.
I think we got to see. I wouldn't want them in there anymore either.
Can you imagine what it's like for them going to school after
Why
that?
did nobody stand up and yell objection when that happened?
That's why we need you there.
It's just so normal to people.
We need you
people
there.
People just hear this and they just be going on about their day like it's nothing.
So if you did it, you would have yelled objection.
He should have yelled objection, Your Honor.
You're not an attorney. Objection.
You're just gonna let that go?
That's a crime. That's not a crime.
You're not gonna say pause.
Wanting that on your nipples. That's just a sexual.
Obviously,
don't nobody need to know that.
That's a thing.
Just say pause at least.
Well,
dang.
Listen, they didn't put the special agent who did the search and seizure of the hotel room when Diddy was locked up here in New York. They had pictures of a whole freak off about to go down in the hotel room.
Right before he got locked up.
Yes.
Man, they've been giving Bang Bros all of ideas and stuff. So now it's a whole category, semen nipples.
Is it?
Pornhub,
Really?
Bang Bros. Yeah,
believe
check
it.
it out, y'all.
No, I'll
I mean, I
pass.
haven't
They
checked
got-
it out, but I heard.
I was about to say, did you watch it?
People who
No,
are
I believe
interested in that. Check it out.
They got drinks at the bar called Nut on the Nipple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
crazy.
a drink. It's a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
They mean, like almond. Never mind. Jesus Christ.
Nutty nipple, yo. It's
Where
called the
was you
nutty
at?
nipple.
Thank you. This is a lot of lotion.
Was she
Why
ashy?
don't you just give
This
her
is a lot of
Damn,
lotion.
she must look ashy.
Keep
All right.
talking about my
Dab
hands.
of
I
Gold
wash my
Bond.
hands. Yes,
I'm
thank you.
just letting you.
But
I
this
ain't
a
say
lot
nothing.
of
I didn't
lotion.
say nothing.
All
You
right.
said all I
And I
know
don't know how I feel about you giving me all this lotion after the conversation we just had.
And then you're not even,
need it.
you're not even ashy like that.
That's a
Can you
lie.
take some? Oh my.
Show her that hand right there. What you
Yo,
are you
in
crazy?
the middle of the break, he got up to run to his bag to get you that
Yes.
lotion. That's so
By
distracting.
the way, I ain't say nothing. She said I
But
didn't pass her the lotion discreetly.
Don't make it seem like I just be ashy. I washed my
I didn't
hands.
say nothing about you being ashy. I passed you the lotion discreetly.
All right.
You told everybody.
Can somebody take some of this?
It's the latest with Ashley, the latest with Lauren. All right, now when we come back, we got front
Don't
page
start.
news. All
I've
right,
been letting your beard live.
all right.
Okay.
When we come back, we got front page news. And Lynn Whitfield will be joining us as the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.